Mr. Avinash Ananda. It's our great pleasure to have him with us, and he has very kind enough to give his busy schedules for the fraternity of company secretaries and the lawyers and the delegates who have come from I can say not only in India, from UAE, Oman, and other region as well. So I will not take much time. Just briefly introduce about International Happiness Guru, Mr. Avinash Ananda. As his name says, Ananda, wherever he goes, he spread Anand. Anand means happiness. Anand is Hindi word, which means when you are in Anand, you forgot everything. So of course, ESG, sustainability, everything is there. So our happiness should also sustain, We have a lot of stress, lot of problems, issues. Whatever we do, we feel stressed out. Company secretaries, of course, from meeting to minutes to all filings. So we need something, relaxations. And how relaxation will come? When we are in peace. We are in peace or we are in Anand, you can say we are in joyful mood. So whatever we do, we enjoy. That is the Anand. So Mr. Avinash Ananda is an internationally renowned leadership advisor and happiness strategist. He is founder of Avinash Ananda Meta Mind International USA, which offers leadership and happiness centric training solutions for individuals and organizations globally. That's why he's international guru. Held by the media and professional as leadership and happiness guru, Avinash Ananda has been honored of the House of Lords UK. In the House of Lords UK Parliament by Lord Swaraj Paul and Virendra Singh, Member of Parliament, as the world's leadership happiness coach and international ambassador for leadership and happiness. So please welcome Mr. Ananda on the dais with a big round of applause. Please. I think we should keep clapping. Clapping is also source of enjoyment, Ananda. Over to you, Anand Saab.
Can I have a handheld mic, sir? Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for your Thank you for your kind words. Most people don't listen when the profile is being read because when you invite a speaker, you'll be saying nice things anyway, Mike.
You are nice, sir. No.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. How was lunch? Look at my challenge. Happiness. My name is Avinash Ananda. In Sanskrit, Avinash means bliss, fulfillment, joy, happiness. No, Ananda means that, right? Avinash means what? Indestructible. Jiska nash na ho. Indestructible. No, indestructible is too much. Enduring or at least sustainable.
Yeah.
Huh? Sustainable happiness is the talk, but not from a global point of view, because I'm not going to talk about ozone layer, gap in the ozone. I'm going to talk about the gap in the mind. Because it's not just about learning and accumulating knowledge. It's about, see, a leader learns, applies, and transmits. So it's not just about learning, we have to apply. How do you apply? How do you transmit? As company secretaries, as entrepreneurs, as heads of businesses or government institutions, as a leader, you need to influence others. Only then can you transmit what you believe is true. Otherwise, it will not work. All the other resources you invest in, if you don't invest in human capital, the other resources will not work. So I'm talking about responsible investment in human potential development, in leadership development, so that we can have sustainable happiness. But are leaders themselves happy? We're going to do something now. If nothing else, at the end of my session, you will be happy. Okay. And if something, then you can get a few things out of it. But what you get is entirely up to you because it's not about the information. It's too much information. See, there's data. You put all the data together and put it into categories. You can call it knowledge. You take all this. It's not about knowledge also. It's about wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is knowing which of this data, which of this knowledge to use, where, and what does it mean? We're going to talk a little bit about this gap, not ozone gap. We're going to talk not about the pollution in the atmosphere, but pollution of our minds. We're not going to talk about what are the other areas? Electric vehicles, huh? We're not talking about artificial intelligence. We'll talk about authentic intelligence. We will not talk about the problem with agriculture on the environment, but we'll talk about agriculture. People keep agreeing with each other without putting their own thought into it and be willing to change the direction and lead. So that's what we're going to talk about. First of all, I want to thank you, sir, Dr. Sridharan, thank you for setting the tone and for making my work even more difficult and challenging. Please give him a very, very big hand. And you inspired me to come off the stage. So I'll do that. President, sir, thank you very much. Mr. Lakshmanan, where are you? Wherever you are, God bless you. And thank you for inviting me. Thank you for all of you from the Institute of Company Secretaries of India who've organized this opportunity for us to network, not work, and learn from each other and about each other and about this topic. Thank you very, very much. Give them a very big hand, please. And continue the clapping so it moves faster. Give yourselves a very big hand for being here and open to learn. Leaders learn. And for that, you need openness. Let me share with you a quick story about openness. And this story, if you already know, then look at the way it's being communicated, because a lot of what we need to do is not about what we know, but how we communicate it to other people. As a company secretary, you have to communicate it. You have to influence all the people who may be thinking differently from you. The story is about Zen. Have you heard of Zen? Anybody heard of Zen? What is Zen? What is Zen? What's Zen, sir? Monk. Who sold the Ferrari, huh? He bought another one after that because he realized it doesn't matter whether he has it or not, as long as you're calm and peaceful. So you can be rich and happy. Zen is a form of Mahayana Buddhism. So it's just a story. Zen, by the way, etymologically, the word comes from dhyan, which is a Sanskrit word that means Dhyan, not Gyan. Dhyan. Dhyan is meditation, relaxation, concentration. So Dhyan got exported as good things do. And then it went to China, the brand name changed, it became Chan. Then it went to Japan, the brand name changed again, it became Zen. It flowered in Japan, and somebody read something a little bit about it, and he went to America. His name is Robert Pirsig. He wrote a book called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, which means he made it very simple. The thing with Americans, they take little from here, little from there, little from there. They simplify it, they package it beautifully, and they market it to the rest of the world. So this Zen and Art of Motorcycle Maintenance was a bestseller that Indians were buying, but they will not take the dhyan from there, which is free. They will pay more money when it comes packaged. So it's very important, those of us who are from great cultures, we must package our culture also palatably so that our culture grows. All right. But now coming to the story is about an American Zen master. American Zen master means marketing guy. He set up his studio. It's like yoga, yoga is multi-billion-dollar industry. Where? Outside India. So the American Zen master is running a good business, making muchas dolaros, dineros, no dolaros. And he hears that a Japanese Zen master has come to town, original guy. So when Japanese Zen master comes to town, he says, "Oh, competition, let me go check it out." So he goes to him, and how does he go to him? Let me do this on the stage. He goes to him and he sits down in front of him, crossed arms and crossed leg. And he sits like this, because he wants to check out the competition. So he sits like this and he says, "So you are a master, teach me something." Now the Japanese Zen master recognizes that from a body language point of view, what is this? Teach me. I'm here to learn. I'm in the conference. Company secretaries, teach me. What is this? Arrogant, right? Closed. Because most of the vital organs are covered when you do this. So, Japanese Zen master smiles. See, two types of people smile a lot. One is masters because they know everything. Second is idiots because they know nothing. You know, most of us don't smile so much. That's why. So he smiles and he offers him some tea. Imagine there's a table with a tablecloth. There's a saucer and a kettle full of hot tea, and he pours the tea from the kettle onto the saucer into the cup, and he keeps on pouring it. The cup fills over. He continues pouring. The tea falls from the cup onto the saucer, falls on the table, falls on the floor. This guy who's sitting like this, he's seeing the tea falling. He jumps up. He says, "What kind of master are you? Can't you see the cup is full?" Japanese master looks at him, smiles. He says, "Your mind is like that. It is full. So as long as it is full, no matter what I pour into it will fall out." So when we talk about ESG, we talk about CSR, we talk about governance. Where is the problem? Compliance. Right? So we'll come to that. We'll come to that. First, I want to compliment you on your openness. Now you have to use your skills to make other people open. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about application of this, learning, applying, transmitting. And why happiness? Come on. Everyone wants to be happy. But if you want evidence or you want expert, to be quoted on the subject, or you want to research, let me give you a few aspects. Aristotle, 2000 years ago, said happiness is the end goal of man. Buddha said, what did he say? End of suffering is the goal of man. Then who else? The Vedas, they say that Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti Paramananda Prapti, which means what? Be happy. The end of suffering and the need, the desire for ultimate bliss. If anyone wants to add something to it, just raise your hand. I will come over there and you can add to this. But every one of us knows companies today are recognizing that happiness is important. Countries have gross national happiness, Bhutan. There's other examples where there are different indices for happiness. What is all of this that we are doing? Ultimately, all of technology is for well-being. Unfortunately, application is the problem. Unfortunately, compliance is the problem. Because technology makes connectivity high, but connectedness is low. 61% of young people are feeling lonely after all the connectivity everywhere. And suicide rates, don't even get into that. Divorce rates. Just because we ape the West doesn't mean we should ape everything, right? The realization has come with some facts. Harvard Business School has done a study where they say 70% of employees are looking for meaning at work. Now think of what an opportunity that is for us. Those of us who want to influence organizations to do good, be well. Do good, be well is conscious capitalism, social entrepreneurship. If you do good for society, for the environment, for all stakeholders, then you will be well, you will be profitable. Now that's at that level. Positive psychology has proven with research beyond doubt, something that we already instinctively knew, that positivity increases productivity. If you get nothing else, please get this. I'm not talking about sustainable well-being after we do all this. No, I'm talking about now. 2 sentences. If you want to get anything out of this, write down these 2 sentences. Number 1, happiness is a choice. Okay. Now, there will be a lot of different thoughts about this. Other sentences, positivity increases productivity. Happiness enhances success. Okay? Now, I want from you, very quickly, please, whoever would like to share, do you have data on this? Positive psychology research says that minimum 31% optimization of the brain increases when you are more positive. Do you have data? Do you have research? Do you have your own experiences, please? I would love to hear from you very quickly because it'll be great. You are all numbers people, right? Does a vague, nebulous, feel-good thing like happiness or positive energy, what is energy? Can it impact bottom line? Can it impact numbers? Do you have experience from your own experiences, either for yourself or for your teams, of how being calm, cool, confident, happy, joyous increases productivity, profitability, and give me numbers also, along with whatever else stories you share. Quickly, let's do this, please. Who would like to share? Sir. Yeah, please. Dr. Harish Ahuja, give him a big hand, please.
No, I can just add my. I can just add my perspective. I think you said.
Dr. Ahuja, one second. Just one second. Huh? We were talking about being celebrities. Huh? He said, "What is this? Why are you wearing all this?" Huh? Dr. Ahuja told me. Huh? And sir, he said, "Puppy lady inspired." Huh? Okay. I said, yeah, he's my elder brother. So he said, do you really need it? So no, I don't need it, but I like it. Huh? So it's a symbol of saying we can be authentic also. Huh? I said, I like your cool style. And even your company secretaries were also like this. Huh? We spoke about being celebrity, but we said, forget the celebrities. We are all celebrities because we celebrate life. So let's celebrate each other, celebrate every moment, including this after lunch, and give him a big, big hand while he shares what he shares. Yes, sir.
So I think you asked
The question is
happiness versus productivity.
not versus. How does positivity, from your experience, increase productivity or even profitability? Does positivity, and if it does, how? Do you have any experience of
So
that you'd like to share?
first I'll talk about the role models, and then I'll talk about myself and my team.
Sure.
So I think if everybody follows the cricket, if you see the MS Dhoni, our great captain, you see always cool, composed, and smiling at the crunch moment. I think it affects the team morale, in fact, So this is the first example. Secondly, I am really inspired by one guy, Jack Ma. Everybody knows this basically, the Alibaba founder of China. His everyday mantra when he used to enter in the office used to be have a smile in your face. Everyone just right now think or just take a pause for a moment and how many people are smiling? Because smiling is directly connected with you in the present of the moment. Please smile. I think so. Now, second, now my perspective. I think when I interact with my team, I just check one thing: are they smiling or not? So if they enter in my room, my questions are, why not smiling? So I bring them the present moment because smiling is bringing the present moment and rest everything follows. If you're in the present moment, most of the time you're productive. So this is my mantra, very basic mantra. I ask my team to smile, come to the present moment and let's talk now.
Lovely.
So I think, and I have seen that, in fact, I have been awarded from last 2 years, the best employee of the company also, given good increment also. My team is getting promotions also.
Please give him a very, very big hand. And you feel that this particular aspect of yours has contributed to that?
Yes, just by being present in the moment, smile in the face and being present in the moment, it solves so many problems.
Please give him a very, very big hand. Thank you so much, sir. Would anybody else would you like to share, sir?
I can. I think it also comes from our faith. Our Prophet said, so Allah, peace be upon him, that, when you actually smile to any human beings.
If you get up, sir.
Sure.
Get to see you and more of an impact.
If our Prophet said, peace be upon him, if you smile to any human being, you actually get a good deed for free. So, which religion gives you things like that for free? You're doing anything, just a smile gives you a good deed, so your good deeds are really, increasing. I think the best way we could manage our team was, your team is an extended family. Do you know how many hours you see your teams? On average, 8 hours, right? In India, probably longer than that. And in Citibank, it's about 16 hours. So I was at Citibank. So I literally saw my family a couple of hours in a day, trust me. And my children were going on the bed like this, horizontally, not vertically, because they were sleeping when I'm getting home. So when you're with your team and you know that these are your extended families, so that's mean you're there with them for the goods and sorrows all the time. So I practice the art of acceptance, something I told you about. You accept whatever you have and you make the best of it. So when we worked with the team, because they're your extended family, so you do understand them. And a lot of people talk about being passionate and very close to them. And these things do not come for free, by the way. So if you're considerate about people, it doesn't mean you just go on tap. I'm feeling sorry about it, because that's not going to last for longer. You have to be truly passionate. So that's when you need to sit and understand what they're going through. So that's an extra time you're putting. And because you're putting an extra time, you have to compensate that your work is getting pending. So you need to work extra now. So when you work like that with a family, I can assure you, on an average, for the last 15 years, I was with my family, extended family, and they also continue to be my next job as well. Our targets used to come from the regional office, which is Citigroup in the UK, and the head office in New York. We always beaten the number by at least on an average of 400%.
Wow. Please give him a very, very big hand, and I'm going to quote you.
Why? Because every one of us was standing up for each other. While I had 10 close people reporting to me, but the entire team was working together. And let me tell you how did it work as well. One of the reportees will come to me and tell me, look, I have done this thing. And I know the capabilities of each one of them. I know what they're capable of. Then he will come and say, look, I've done this, but my other friends helped me out. Usually what people do, they take the credit. They don't say that guy helped me out. The other person will come and he will never say, I helped that person out. You see the power of working as a family? Because we only practice to be as a family. So automatically, when you're working as a family, your happiness comes to the play, your smile comes to the play, and if you're sad, people will stand up for you. And this is how we worked. When I used to go on leave, there would be happy moments. It was literally playing on autopilot. And they would say, Maher is not there, so we need to now do double efforts because it's not around. So we need to do much better now, so to make sure that the group CEO understand this is a team which can never be beaten. So it's a very short story, but I'm writing a book on humanity. Hopefully when I get the time and finish it, I will also capture the extended whole version of this thing.
Thank you so much for sharing. Lovely. So, yes, please. Yes, please. Of course, we must. Please, quickly. Huh? I love this.
So I just have something to add on this. There's this book called Happiness Hypothesis. It's written by Jonathan Haidt.
Yeah.
He's a professor.
Yeah.
The book is mostly about the evolutionary side of happiness, how
Sure.
we evolved as humans over millions of years. But what I collected and what I keep with me is that there are three things in life which make people happy. One is family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
That is one part of the life. The other is health.
Health, yeah.
Health and fitness. And the third part is the passion, what you do. It can be your job, it can be your even profession, sports, if you're a sports person.
Sure.
As long as these are aligned with your core internal values.
What's your name?
My name is Dhananjay.
Come.
My name is Dhananjay.
Here, come here, please. Come
You
here.
want me to come there?
Yeah, keep talking. Come, it's mobile.
Okay. So basically, what I mean, there are a lot of pointers in that what makes us happy. But what I realized is that, and it's clearly stated in that book, is that if these three things are aligned with your internal values, the people, the friends, and the family,
Got it.
and
This is in happiness hypothesis.
Happiness hypothesis.
Give Dhananjay a very big hand, please. Dhananjay, there are different books, okay? This is a lovely book. There's another book by Sean Aker. Sean Aker is a book called, if those of you like books, Happiness Advantage. Huh? Now, what I do is I read a book and I take out one sentence from the book. It's called Thin Slicing. In Harvard Business School, I have trained as faculty of Harvard Business School program on strategy and leadership. But what I do is I like to simplify things and I like to gamify things to make it more palatable. Today, even a dentist charges more money if he's painless. Right? So whatever the job we do, we have to make it a little more enjoyable, a little less painful, a little less stressful. So check out Happiness Advantage by Sean Aker. One sentence there to thin slice. Thin slice means if you take a potato and cut out a thin slice of the potato, it tastes the same like the potato, yes or no? That is called thin slicing. When you summarize 2 hour or 2 days conference in 1 or 2 sentences, it's called thin slicing. You did a beautiful job of introducing the program yesterday. Whoever does the great job of closing it will be thin slicing. So if I thin slice that book, it is Happiness Boosts productivity. It optimizes brain power and boosts productivity and gives a lot of numbers. Okay.
Yes.
Now, these three areas you spoke about, different religions, different groups, different philosophies, different scientific studies give different areas.
Yeah.
Okay. Inner, mind, body, spirit. Outer, work, love, money. You want to sound professional, call it mind, psychological, physiological, spiritual, financial, what is it? Work, professional, and money, money, work, and love, relationships or social. Okay. So there are many buckets. But I like the alignment part. Bring the mic here, please. Put it near my mouth. Near my mouth, oh, sorry. Yeah, mic, okay. And you move a little bit, you look fit, you move, yeah? So move. Huh? As I move, you move, so the mic remains in my mouth. Don't hit me, please. Got it, Dhananjay? Give Dhananjay a big hand and put your hands together, please. Put your hands together. Stop clapping, please. Put your hands together. Very quickly, we're going. What is this? Okay, now I give you a different model, all right, for alignment. This is called the meta mind model. Please repeat after me, say what I say. I feel what I feel. Thank you for your powerful participation. I think what I think. This is not a movie. I can see your face. The backbenchers. I say what I say. Superb. I do what I do. I want what I want. I've deconstructed the human mind into 6 aspects. Okay, 5 of these are wanting, feeling, thinking, saying, Saragamapadanisa, right? Not in that tune, huh? Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni da pa ma da di sa. Wanting, feeling, thinking, saying, doing. Right? Here we have knowing. All right. So everybody wants something, feels something. Now, deeper questions: where does the want come from? Where is it motivated by? Wants, feels, thinks, says, does, and knows, or thinks they know. Right? Now, if you break this down, these 3 are mindsets: wanting, feeling, thinking. Saying and doing are come in the area of behavior. Behavior is saying and doing, skill set. But don't get into all the jargon. Let's have some fun. Put your hands together, please, again, once more time. You're so sweet. I feel what I think.
I feel what I think.
See, most people, don't repeat. Most people are messed up, not aligned. Whether 3 areas, 6 areas, some new areas you bring, no problem. Right? Because in some area we'll talk about faith. We've not talked about it. Doesn't matter. Your principles are your principles. Okay? The closer you get to reality, the better your principles will become in giving you what you want. But let's not go there. I'm just saying that many people want something, but they do something different. Yes or no? How many of you want to be super fit and very healthy? Raise your hand. How many of you exercise daily and eat the right thing and do everything correctly for your health? Very few people, but congratulations, those of you who raised your hand. Wow, give them a big hand, but the rest of us who don't do it. Integrity, what you were talking about right in the beginning. Alignment, authenticity, what you were talking about here. If you just pat the back or if your smile is fake, you know, in Paris, Disneyland, because the French don't smile much, we are called to train them how to smile. We say first bring the smile in your eyes, then in your face. So alignment is the key. That's why I called you up. Okay. You don't. Okay. Your role remains the same. This is the thing. Everybody's role should be clear. And as long as everybody does what they should do, everything is okay. Problem is compliance. I feel what I think. I think what I say. I say what I do. I do what I want. But I want what I know. Even the want has to come from knowing. So simpler. I always think before I say. Powerful, huh? I always do what I say. When my heart and my head, they clash, or my feeling and thinking when they clash, I think about what I know and then I do what I want. Okay, forget it. Let me make it simpler. I feel what I say what I think what I do what I say what you can't do what I do, but you understand what I say? Yes or no? What am I saying? Be one. Okay? If you really believe this, all that we've been doing in the last 2 days, okay, it will happen. Because then your thinking is the same as your saying, will be the same as your doing. The moment people see dissonance in a leader, they don't follow them. They're not inspired to follow them. So if you put these pearls, Dhananjay, in a line, and you push the pearls, and one will come out here, one will come out here, then you need policing. Policing is what? Policy. Comes from the same word. Okay. But if you put a thread in those pearls, and tie it up, and you go stand in front and you walk the talk, be the role model, be authentic, then wherever you go, the pearl will come after you. Yeah? Yeah. So this is the pull philosophy, yeah? By winning people's hearts. So happiness-centric leadership, please give Dhananjay a very, very big hand. Thank you so much for coming up here. Thanks. Huh? Happiness-centric leadership is what we propose be brought into every organization, and you should influence every organization, every institution, every family to develop this concept of or get trained in being happiness-centric. What do I mean is happiness-centric? I'm talking about 3 leadership principles put into one. Number 1 is principle-centered leadership, the values. Unless you're clear about the values, unless you live with the values, it's not going to happen. You want to say something, sir? That's why you asked for the mic, please. Here, I have no script. Anybody say anything? Yes, sir.
Sorry, I just want to share one incident.
Please.
Recent incident that happened. Got one of a person joined a company some few months back, and we have been maybe for 2 occasions we have been out for for lunch and dinner, etc. Not much of a time spent with them. Suddenly, in the last week morning, he just messaged me, "Gane, I want to meet you immediately. I want to discuss something important for me, and I trust, I mean, I believe that I'll get some help from you." I don't know to what extent that I could help him. In the morning, I met him, and I think that matter he shared with me, he told, "I can't discuss with anyone else, but I just thought of you to discuss this." And he told me he has got into a problem where his job is in stake. He just got his family a few weeks back, shifted here with his family, etc. So I didn't know what way I can help him, but I listened to him for 15, 20 minutes. I listened to him, what he wanted to share. And after that, I told him, I don't know whether I will be in help or not, but listening to him, that gave him some satisfaction. I don't know whether it was happiness or it was to remove his sadness or something. But after speaking to me for 10, 15 minutes, his mind was cool.
Lovely.
And I can experience it. This is the first time I could experience it. Someone calling me, who had not known me for a long time, just a few weeks of meeting. And someone sharing this with me, I felt, I think, listening to someone who want to really share something will help them a lot in clearing their thinking process.
Thank you for sharing. Please give him a very, very big hand. Thank you.
And
something else?
Something that is striking me just now is we should respect what we have.
Yes.
And no regrets of what we don't have.
Brilliant, brilliant. That's the accepting part. Beautiful, beautiful. Value, gratitude, all these things we are aware of, but we need to practice. This is a no-do gap. We know so many things, we need to do it. Thank you for sharing. Please give him a very big hand. Thank you. To listen, LISTEN, we must be SILENT in our minds. If you're always thinking about the next thing to do, we cannot listen. However, when you listen, you're taking up that much time, which is when you need to be more efficient and effective with your performance, so that time can be made up for somewhere else, because you need your ROI on your roti. Roti is return on time invested. Okay. And the best way to do that, I've found, for all of these things, is to optimize your mind. When you are calm, you think faster. You save time. Okay? When you're happy, the energy helps to achieve more in less time. It's great tangible benefits to taking charge of our mind and mastering our mind. And if you want to simplify all things or put it all together in a model, the model I would use is RRR, not the movie that won this, that's a song with the Natu. But this is the RRR. This is at every point of time. What should we do? Focus on 3 things. How can I focus on 3 things? It's 3 or 1. It's like the 3 blades of the fan. When they move fast, you don't even know it's 3. Focus on 3 things. You only know when you're not doing it. Okay. Number 1 R is results. As a leader, we got to get results. Okay. In doing all these softy things, we cannot let go of as you said, sir, very clearly, you are responsible for the ROI finally. No matter what project, you bring a green project to them, you bring a project to them that you believe in, they trust you, but you still have to deliver results. R. The second R is relationships. Don't I was going to say piss people off. No, I'll use a better name. Don't upset people in the process of getting the results. Because if you upset them today, or you ignore them today, or you don't listen to them today, later that's going to come back and take up more of your time if you want only a practical reason. It will lose, you will lose productivity in handling the damage done by not taking that extra time to care. So that's the second R, relationships. Some people are very good with results. And please, when I say results, I'm not dividing the results. There are many divisions. For example, in the result, there is process, there is purpose. I'm not getting into all that. Okay. I'm saying in the road towards speed towards results, don't neglect relationships. But then suddenly, don't sit and do only listening and hire a psychologist. I mean, or train your managers to be better coaches. So you don't have to do it all the time. The relationships have to be there, but the results have to be there simultaneously. The third R is relaxation. You have to be yourself relaxed. Like you can exchange relax with recharge, with rejoice, with any of the other R's that you want. I like to keep it simple, relaxation. If you find at any point of time you are not relaxed, turn your attention back here. Even a mobile phone needs charging. So what about you? You need it. R, then handle the relationships and handle the results. If you do these three, that is great. Yes, sir, you want to say something? Yeah. Somebody give me an idea about the time because I'm crazy. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Avinash. I actually wanted to check your opinion because on what you just said, there's something which we do in our company with all our colleagues, all our staff, which is called the 21 game. So it's 21 steps. Okay. Sure. And we divide it by 3, which is 777.
Sure.
So what actually is really coincidental, since I've also met you today was the first time, the first 7 steps is related to results.
Lovely, lovely.
The next is related to...
My friend, truth is one.
Yeah.
Ways of speaking it are so many.
The next is relationships. And the 7th, we usually say, take a chill pill.
Lovely, lovely.
Relax.
So what we do in our training, for example, is we say, and whenever you do training for your employees or for your people or for yourself, for development, please concentrate on 3 areas that we're talking about. Will, this is from MetaMind Alignment, which is a new framework that I created for leadership and happiness, for happiness-centric leadership. Will. Why do you want what you want? Your Simon Sinek and all of that come fall in that. And the mindsets are all there. Skill. What do I need to learn to be able to deliver on this? Okay. And thrill, which is like your take a chill pill.
Yeah,
or connect with the deal, you know?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
what we usually do is like, we always advise everyone that at the start of the day, we all sit down and we write 7 steps for everyone.
So motivation, Zig Ziglar said, is like having a bath.
Exactly.
Even learning is like having a bath. Well, not like having this conference was like having a bath, not for many of you, but what I mean is that you have to do it repeatedly, right? It is regular fasting. So what were you saying about the Prophet and about fasting? Please share with them. This is, people should know.
Thank you.
Prophet used to fast. Exchange of mics. Okay.
Yes, regular, right? This is the point. Go ahead, sir.
I think Prophet used to fast voluntarily. Apart from Ramadan fasting, you're probably aware of 30 days in a month, in a year, right? So he used to fast extra fasting. So he used to fast every Monday and every Thursday. And these are voluntary fasting. And the reason why he used to fast these 2 days, because these 2 days, our deeds goes to God. And he said, if I want my deeds to go to God, I want to be in my purest form. So that's why he fasts those 2 days in the week. Apart from that, in the lunar month, the 13th, 14th, 15th, he also used to fast voluntarily as well. And scientifically, it's proven, although religion is not about talking about science, but it's all about spiritual, but science proves it as well. That's the best days for you to fast because of the lunar connection to the earth as well. So you're able to get autophagy very fast on your body, so you can cleanse. All your toxin-free radicals you have in the body will go away. And then you'll be able to become more energetic. Now, the contrary to the fact people believe in Ramadan, because it's Ramadan, people are tired and all this thing, that's not a fact. That's false. If you feel Muslims actually during Ramadan or weak energy, they're not doing justice to fasting. So what does that mean? If you're getting into a weight in Ramadan, let's say you're weighing 90 and you're getting it with a higher weight, you really misused fasting, because you need to make sure you get on a lesser weight, because it's all about getting a reflection to the people who are deprived, not really having enough food. So Ramadan is not a party month. That's what people do actually. So you need to go home and you need to have the normal bites and not the feast that sometimes people really open their fast on, because that's the wrong reflection of it. So fasting is another way of your spiritual healing and connection and connecting to people as well.
Thank you very, very much. I give you a challenge because, usually people listen and then nothing happens. 3 hours after any talk, 50% of whatever the person has spoken has gone away. By next day morning, 75% is gone. 15 days time, we only see, the guy with long hair came, those rings, that's all, So here's my challenge to you before I close. How much time we have? 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes? Okay. My challenge to you before I almost close. The challenge is go on a positive mental attitude fast diet. Okay? Fast stroke diet. Be positive, be positive. We've heard it. Okay? But do it. How do you do it? First, we need to understand that we are not our wanting, feeling, thinking, saying, doing, knowing. You are not your feelings. Your feelings change. Who you are is not your feelings. Okay? Which means you can change your feelings. Same thing for your thinking, same thing for your saying. You can change what you say, you can change what you do. So who controls all these things? Who has the possibility to we have to be self-leaders first. Can we take charge of our feeling, of our thinking, of our saying, of our doing? If you say something negative to somebody, there's a 5-second rule. 5 seconds, if you realize you've said something negative, you can pull it back and you can continue. But this fast has to happen for 7 days non-stop. 3 days should we give them, or 7 days? 7 is okay. 7 days, not a single negative thought either about yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, or about others, oh, he's not good enough, oh, we'll never be able to do this. Look for the good in everything. Look for the good in this conference. Look for the good in every human being. Even if the person in front of you says, no, I don't believe you. Look for the good in that person. Look for what you can change in yourself to be able to convince them better. You know what is positive. Be positive. Okay, but do it is the challenge. If you think something negative, you have 5 seconds, change it back. If you forget in 5 seconds, start your 7 days again. Okay. Are you ready to take on this challenge? Yes or no? Do it, please. Okay, for yourself. If you'd like to be in touch, you can always let me know. All right. And the last 3 minutes that I'd like to close with, what would you like me to close with? Something funny? You want me to recap everything? 3 types of happiness-centric leadership. Number 1, principle-centered leadership. Know your values, walk your talk, be clear about what your values are, project your values to other people through your actions. Right? We've spoken about that. Second is learn. Learn is principles, right? Learn what should be the principles and follow the principles. Apply. In apply, let's take adaptive leadership. We have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. We have to adapt based on other people. Have you heard of something called the golden rule? Do unto others as you would want them done to yours. You heard it? I don't agree. I mean, it's okay. It's true in some cases with the core values, but we have to adapt now. The world is changing very fast. I'm saying change a little faster in this. Do unto others as they would want done unto themselves. Your children, you cannot give them stories of what you did when you were in that age, because the age has changed. You have to change. I'm not talking about changing your core values. I'm talking about changing your style of communication. Okay? In your application, I'm saying some ways will work, they will not work. Adapt till you reach it. And the last one is inclusive. So we said principle-centered leadership, adaptive leadership, and the third one is inclusive leadership. Inclusive leadership is when you use your heart to win. When the examples were given here, win them or listen, show that you care genuinely. And also, please, there are 10 meta skills. The more you upskill yourself, the more you upskill your teams in the right mindsets and right skill sets, the more you will include happiness in the radar. And you will find happiness is like a lubricant, things happen much easier and faster with happiness rather than with force or with something else. Yeah. With that, I'd like to close with one last story, one quick last story, and 2 questions before that. Did you have a good time? Yeah. Lovely. Did you get something out of this little session? Yes or no? Okay. Maybe it's something you already knew, but you reinforced it. Huh? Tell me two things. Three people tell me one thing each that you got quickly because I love feedback. Huh? Yes, sir. Triple R. Okay, beautiful thing. Focus just on result. Which one is lacking? I need to fill that for that more. Finish. Super. Next, I like application. That's why we have apps. What else? What? Two more people quickly. Say what? Take positive, everybody. What's up?
Whatever
Next
you
7 days. Yeah, please. Positivity increases productivity. Very nice. Next time you get too stressed, take a break before you break. My sister wrote a book like that. Very nice. Very nice. Recharge. Very good. Third point, quickly. One person. Be yourself, Peter. Leader. Oh, thank God. Huh? Be yourself, leader. Very nice. You were saying me, what? Leader learns, applies, and transmits. I have learned. So, transmit. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. I love you guys. It's amazing. Last story, please. The story is from the Upanishads. And, sir, thank you so much for inviting me here. I love to be here. It's stories from the Upanishads about a wise old man. Every evening he used to give a sermon in front of all the villagers, sermon or talk with a nice message at the end of it. And all the villagers were gathering there. And then always in every gathering, there is always somebody or the other who thinks he knows more than the speaker. In the last 30 years, over 1 million people have trained face to face in 30 countries. And this has always been true. There's always somebody who thinks, what is this? I know more than that. I already knew this. Oh, this conference, okay, what did sustainable? I know sustainable. So in that group also, there was this one guy who said, oh, nonsense, this guy's talking about something, and he wanted to prove him wrong. So he came up with a plan. See, intelligent people can be very negative. Intelligence has nothing to do with being negative or positive. It's about where you direct that intelligence. This man came up with a plan. His plan was that he would take a little bird in the hand and come in front of everybody and say, what do you think I have? He said, you have a bird. He says, is it alive or is it dead? If that man says it is alive, his plan was he will crush the bird in his hand and kill the bird and prove him wrong. If the man said it's dead, he would open his hand, the bird will fly out and he will prove him wrong. If you want to prove somebody wrong, you can. Data itself is not enough. It is your interpretation of data and your presentation of data can determine decisions. And right now they're working towards AI suggesting decisions. You're the expert, sir. But that's an area, a very important area of work. Data is okay, but what does it mean? Evening time, last visualization with me. Sun is setting. Beautiful, gentle breeze is blowing. This old man's beard is flowing in the breeze. And he's doing his magic, with his eyes are smiling, lips are smiling, everybody's enjoying. This guy comes up with his plan, okay? And the bird. He says, oh, you call yourself a wise man. He said, no, I don't, others do. He said, tell me, what's in my hand? So he looks around, he looks at him and he says, it's a bird. He said, but tell me, is it alive or is it dead? He said, it is whatever you wish it to be. It's in your hands. Similarly, with this session of mine, it is what you wish it to be. Similarly, with this 2-day conference and 3 days, tomorrow, your lovely day, it is what you wish it. Thank the people who organized this. Don't look for faults. Okay? Thank all the resources in your life and see how you can be more resourceful. Okay? Don't settle for less than what you can be. Make your life the masterpiece it deserves to be. Be in touch with me. Bye-bye. Thank you.
I think nothing left out for me to say. The face of everybody is showing how happiness they have or how happy they are feeling. So we have the happiness guru with us. Ananda has spread his Anand, happiness to all among. Big round of applause for Anand. And a token of love from our ICSI, I will call our another Anand man, I can say happiness fellow, Vice President of the Institute, Dhananjay Shuklaji, to give a memento to Mr. Anand. He is also a happy man and he always spread happiness. So big round of applause for Dhananjay Shukla also. You can see smile on his face.